Before we get very far into our next story, we do have a warning for you tonight. What you're about to see and hear may not be suitable for children. Tonight, take a walk in their world.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Transpicuous News. 2 reports tonight. The first one was a special report, but we're going to dig in to some truly absurd and disturbing bits out of the actual news from the last couple of days. You know, there are days when I think that nothing will surprise me. And then there's days where I just get the opportunity to take the piss out of NASA. Everyone knows that I love just making fun of NASA. So apparently where no man has gone before, NASA awards the Space Poop Challenge champions and starts planning the 2019 Orion crew mission. Yes, apparently, and this is kind of humorous, 3 top designers of NASA's Space Poop Challenge won a total of $30,000 in prizes. Okay, they launched the challenge, NASA did, on a crowdsourcing site. Wait, they're that fucking broke. They have to go crowdsourcing? Interesting. Anyways, it was basically they need solutions for human waste management in space, or how to poop and pee without having to wear a diaper in your spacesuit. Apparently over 20,000 people submitted their ideas. I don't know. Makes me think that Tony Stark had the whole thing worked out for Iron Man. Shouldn't be that difficult. Yes, pooping in space. And that 2019 Orion crew mission. Yeah, we believe you in NASA. Okay, here we go. Big announcement this week as Elon Musk comes out and tells everyone we must transform into cyborgs or we will become irrelevant as AI takes over. That the only hope for humanity is basically for us to interface with mechanical and computer technology and basically become cyborgs. Let's face it, call a cyborg what it is. A cyborg is a cyborg, to prevent AI technology from taking over. And immediately after that, DARPA announces the day after, DARPA's looking into cyborg technology. It's actually happening. Aren't you happy? Oh, we knew DARPA would come up with an answer for this lacking of technology problem. So of course they're talking about, you know, prosthetic arms and legs and bionic eyes and ears and the $6 million man apparently. But yes, I just thought that was so interesting the way Elon Musk and DARPA just seem to time and coordinate their announcements together so smoothly and seamlessly. And if you're going to have cyborgs, you're going to have to start doing some genetic engineering, because no doubt that's got to be part of the phase 2. So a science panel is just okayed for one day, not today, but one day, for there to be editing of human embryos. So, of course, it would only be done in, okay, here we go. As long as the genetic editing technology is used to prevent babies from being born with diseases or disabilities. I'd like to know who's defining what the word disease means and disability means, because it seems to me there's a whole big gray area there that they could use to decide why they need to create superhumans. Just saying. And in one of the most hysterical things I've read, CIA awards the Saudi crown prince a medal for his anti-terrorism efforts. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, huzzah. And this is just so lovely. You've got to be fucking kidding me. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, the guy who's pretty much single-handedly responsible for the invasion of Yemen and one of the biggest atrocities of this decade. But the CIA gave him a medal. Look, here's a medal for you. You're our pal. Yeah, they're pals. And if you want absolutely complete idiocy, this I literally jaw on the table when I read this. The epitome of ignorance is the U.S. Tennis Association uses the Nazi national anthem for a German player. I shit you not, as I keep saying, you just can't make this shit up. The U.S. Tennis Association was left red-faced after part of the German national anthem used during the Nazi era was sung at the Fed Cup tournament in Hawaii. The German tennis star who was there, who they played the German Nazi anthem for, was a little distressed. See, look at her face. Look at her face. Do you think she's a little distressed? She might be a little distressed. See, not all news has to be bad. Sometimes news can make you laugh. Now, this is interesting because I saw this on the weekend. So, on February 12th, unknown toxic, really, as it wasn't a toxin. Unless they're trying to give us a little hint on something. Ooh, what's in a word? I'll have to look at that. Unknown toxin injures 68 people and triggers a mass evacuation of Hamburg airport in Germany. People started smelling a really terrible smell, and then 68 people reported suffering with breathing problems after inhaling an unknown substance that smelled really terrible. So off the bat, I mean, it was enough for me to take note and go, oh, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what was going on there. What are they testing? What are they testing? And then today, a huge cloud of acid from a chemical plant drifts over a German town. Now, this town is about 350 kilometers away from Hamburg. But still, you sit there and go, really? What are the odds? Same country, that short a time span. 150 people sought medical attention with respiratory complaints. Oh, hard time breathing much. These were the first symptoms observed. Basically, some idiot in a chemical plant mixed hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid together. Sulfuric acid, do you want to talk about a bad smell? Oh, kind of interesting. So I don't know. I just sent a couple messages off to Germany saying, hey guys, have you been having any other strange clouds of toxic gas floating around Germany? Any other incidences that I should know about? I'll let you know. We'll find out. And last but not least, there's a new continent on the planet. Zealandia. It's true. Zealandia is the new yet old yet new continent. Here we go. A team of 11 researchers have just found that New Zealand and New Caledonia are actually part of a huge 4.9 million square kilometer single slab of continental crust that is separated from Australia. Okay, so here's your picture. There it is. There's your Zealandia. Zealandia. It just rolls off the tongue so nicely. So apparently, yeah, it's its own continent. We'll see what they're going to do about this. Now, here's interesting. Give me a second. Oh, crap. I've lost it, guys. I'm really sorry. Where was it? Okay, this is just going to drive me nuts. Okay, based on various lines of geological and geophysical evidence, particularly those accumulated in the last 2 decades, we argued that Zealandia is not a collection of partly submerged continental fragments, but is one continent. As geologists count Europe and Asia as one giant continent called Eurasia, what? No. The new addition of Zealandia brings the total number of official geologic continents to 7. Now, okay, so I went researching because it's like, ask any school kid, how many continents are on the planet? There's 7. Now they're like going, well, no, there's only 6 because, Europe and Asia, they're the same thing. So, Okay, so I went through, and I went and did some research, and it does say geologists, geologically speaking, they call Europe and Asia one continent and call it Eurasia. But I don't know about you. I've studied geology. I've studied geography. And I homeschool my kids. Geography is one of those things that we talk about. How many continents are there? Even my 6-year-old can tell you that. And at no point in time in any book have we ever come across the fact of them calling Eurasia a single continent. So I don't know. Gotta wonder. Is one of them there? Mandela effect things? I don't know. I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know. Anyways, that's the end of this absurd and ridiculous reporting of the news. Stay tuned. I'll be back again soon. Bye, guys.